Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Namaste, friends. This aspect of moon crossing a particular degree, suppose we give it time, we get when moon reaches a particular degree, or any planet for that matter we have seen, when it reaches that, at that time what degree it is. That is straightforward. But the reverse calculation we have been wanting to know, given a degree, we found the time. That is to find the time is what we have done from VLOOKUP tables and all before. But people have been asking whether it can be done in an easier way. And in fact, the Swiss ephemeris, the Swiss DLL does give us a code for using which we can find when any planet or graha for our astrology, Vedic astrology system, would basically at what time we get the time given the degree. So with that idea, some people made requests for this except. So I'm just presenting to you this file, which is moon crossing date calculator. So the way it works is, let me show you. You just give the any date of interest to basically seed it. You start from that. The time for the next crossing. The next means after this, and you specify a place, and also the Ayanamsa number that you are familiar with, and depend. This is the Chitrapaksha, true Chitrapaksha, which we have been using. So in case you want to use some other Ayanamsa, you have to give the proper number for that. I would refer you to my previous videos to find out what the number is if you want. And in my case here, latitude, I get the latitude given the place, and the longitude also given the place, but I will not be sharing this file directly that way because it requires a API, Google API code, which is a personal code that I have got. Therefore, you might have to get your own code. So in case you don't want to get a code, directly enter the latitude, longitude and time zone. If you have the code, you have to modify, you have to enter the code inside the key, inside the VBA code here, instead of the place where I would put my code there. So you can open the VBA and then check for where the code is, where the key is to be entered, and then enter that key. Then it should also be working. So if I put some other place like Auckland or something here, it should as much work for me immediately. So it immediately changes the latitude, longitude and time zone. So I will stick on to my place, which is in Tamil Nadu. So, and I give a given date. The idea here is you give a degree, any degree, and then you will find out when moon exactly touches that degree. So I targeted basically Ashwini, Bharani, Kritika, all the nakshatra starting degrees. So after this 26th September, if I want to find when moon reaches Ardra, these are of course directly input by me, the degrees, the numbers. You can input any degree if you want. And this Rasi is basically the Rasi for this degree, which is computed by a formula. Similarly, the Nakshatra is also computed by a formula. These are manually entered numbers. So you can put any degree from 0 to 360 here. And then it will tell you immediately. There is now a function. It will tell you when moon touches that degree and crosses that, starts to cross that. This is very useful because we know when this nakshatra starts. If I want to know when Chitra starts, it would start on the 14th of October. In order to verify this, what I did was back calculate. I have done it here. Maybe I can show it to you. When I NI'd here, moon degree, if I had to compute from the formula, from the date, if this is the time that is to be given, so it uses this time to calculate the moon degree. And if I check that moon degree is instead of 0, it comes to be 10 power minus 9, which is nearly 0, because I also given a slight and for other degrees it will be fairly close, 26.6667. and you can verify with other programs like Jagannath or anything. So either way, you can, given a time, it calculates the degree here, which is always obvious. We have been doing that all the time before. But now the new feature is, given a degree, now we find the time. So that's the beauty of this computation. Hope this is useful. Similarly, we can in fact do for Sun, all the other planets as well. Lagna, we use a different way. We have also done that. Maybe I will present those things later. But as of now, since somebody asked for this particular file, I thought I would make a video and then share it with you publicly. I'll give a downloadable link. Yeah, download or use it and check and tell me if it works in your comment section or in our email, which is the nakshatramandala9@gmail.com. So you can post your comments. Most welcome and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.